live, and then we'll start in a second. I'm just going to send it out and stuff if y'all want to send it out, whatever.
Kind of crazy after all the shit I was talking about NC State, you didn't put them as a pick for this week.
I didn't do it just because the spread was too.
Because we're about to dog walk their dumb ass.
No, and I meant to.
We are.
I meant to download the Wolfpack theme song and play it tonight, but I couldn't.
How about I got a buddy for work going to Vegas?
I'm gonna find it.
Oh yeah,
What?
he's going to Vegas.
Just to go and gamble.
Yeah. You know what that means.
Lance, I needed you to respond to my email.
If you do join, I'm sending out. We're sending out the link. Give us a second.
Tier list through the first 2 weeks of the NFL season. Try to do this again. Keep trying.
Turn that down.
Titans.
It's a little loud, but don't you think?
Why you try to always tell me what to do, man?
I'm saying it's a little loud.
I don't think so. Is that better?
Yeah. If you do join, say what's up. There's Josh. What's up, Tony? What's up, Josh? And his parents.
Shout out Josh. Shout out to Bama. Big
We'll
win
start here in
last
just
week.
a second. If you do join,
Washington should be above the Jack. I think I'm still top of the Chargers. Looking good.
I'm just sending out the link and everything real quick.
Bow, bow, bow. The dang craziest thing is there is no plugin. Damn,
Do what?
there's no plugin on this.
Plug in on what?
My box, like for the computer.
Well, Stu just texted me. Stu Quavius Bennett. I'm heading home, going to watch a comment. I got you. Appreciate it, Josh.
You put the Saints in the top tier.
Fuck do you mean? Do I put them in the top tier?
You played the Dallas Cowgirls.
Dallas Cowboys are supposed to be good, and we
Eh,
put up 40 points.
Did you
each week.
see how they looked last week?
Do I think we're gonna do? Do I think we're gonna do that every week? Absolutely not. But
And you
right
put
now,
us in the
best
D tier.
No, that was a I couldn't. I didn't have no choice. If I had a choice, I'd put y'all in probably A or B.
Our defense is legit. Just kind of early with Kirk.
If you do join, say what's up in the chat. We're gonna start here shortly. I don't know what that means.
What?
Something about TikTok said something about unable to communicate. I don't know what the hell that meant. Can you see the story on there? Should be, yeah. I see it. Okay.
I saw you posted a story.
Yeah, I just post them on there. We'll start here in just a minute if anybody joins. Josh is not here tonight. We'll mention that. He's too good for us. Done moved on to bigger and
Rolling
better
with the
things.
tide.
Yeah,
Rolling with the tide.
rolling with tide. Done got big, guys. Sorry. No, he'll be back next week. Start here shortly. Y'all comment in the chat. If anybody joins, comment in the chat. Let us know you're here. Give us your top teams going into week number 4. Didn't know y'all were live. Stu Quavius Bennett says. I don't know why. He texted me, said Stu Quavius Bennett.
Ooh,
I know y'all were live.
Look right at there. Look right at there.
What's
It's
up in the
really
chat?
blurry.
Gonna start the podcast here shortly.
Ugh, come on.
Got a big week coming up. College football. There he is.
Yeah, Stu. Yeah.
There he is. Yeah.
Yaka.
That's a good man right there.
Good man.
That's a great man, great golfer, great golfing partner, Stu Quavius Bennett. Let's talk about week 1 matchup in fantasy football. traveling to Stu Quavy spin and putting it on them week 1. I opened up last year with him, beat him last year too. So going 2-0 against old Stu Quavius.
Everybody's giving me shit for my trade. I think it's gonna work out in the end.
Gamecocks 2-0, refs 0-1. I like it, Jason. If Sellers didn't go down, y'all would have definitely won that game. I think that was some true Beamer ball y'all were playing this past weekend. I think Gamecocks are on the rise up. I like them.
Now make sure you like the stream. Send it out too if you can. I'm going to start here in just a second.
Like I've been telling everybody, Raheem Sanders is the real deal. You feed him the ball, he's going to put up numbers. It just sucks. He ain't got the greatest line.
Hey, I tell you what, I would have won a lot of money. I would have won a lot of money. Raheem Sanders, they had him. I don't know. You don't play much DraftKings, but they had him at 4.9. That's like cheapest crap. He was like cheapest crap for running back.
Yeah. Okay. For some reason on Prize Picks,
I locked him up
every week. I put him on. He's at 50 yards every single week.
No. It could have gone bad, but I mean, even if it gone bad, he was really cheap, so it didn't matter. All right, boys and girls, everybody good?
Flip of the camera.
Wait for Coach Hayes. Where you at, Coach?
Yeah, where you at, Coach?
Got some big plans in the work.
Yeah, Coach Hayes. Traveling
to Coach Hayes. Oh, he's saying Georgia 2-1. Watch out.
Georgia 2-1. Watch out. 2-1 to who?
Georgia better be prepared.
2-1 against the spread. What was I do? Made me lose my damn train of thought.
Yep, I guess it's okay without the types, but I would come to the book just to be sure.
All right, boys and
girls.
girls.
Looking, I'm gonna be over checking some stuff every now and again.
You're good. Hey, who can write? Preston, are you at a desk?
No.
I ain't got no paper. Can you write?
Yeah.
Do you have paper?
Yeah, I'm at the desk.
Just write the picks down. We need somebody to write the picks down when we get to that.
I just need to write our 3 down because Josh has already turned his in.
Yeah. Josh will write his down. We need to write them and give them to Josh, and then Josh can make
Bryson, Chris.
Yeah.
I already got mine written down, so I guess we're good.
Yeah, appreciate it. Good job for the week.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. About to start here recording for the podcast. Say what's up in the chat if you're here. If I can get to it. Oh, you didn't know?
What's your think of? Was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
Texas would never be back. I'm putting that shit on my grave. Horns down on my grave, son.
Dabo is going to wheel his boys to a big victory this coming Monday.
A big victory? It's damn Georgia Tech.
That game ain't a top 50 game, man. South Carolina go in there and they're going to get dispersed.
Shout out to the boys again, going another 4-0 on the parlay, hitting again. 8-0. We are 8-0 on the season. If you listen to the podcast and you want to win some money, tune in.
No dogs.
No Tigers.
Roll Tide, roll. RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the College Football Weekly Matchup, week number 4. Had a great week last week. Obviously, my cheeks were puckered a little bit going playing Kentucky, but hey, what can you do? Came out with the W there. Obviously, we're a one-man short tonight. Josh, he's moved on, Bryce.
Yep. Went rolling with the Tide. He done left C&BSports. Big shout out to WOJ. Thank you for your time at ESPN.
Yeah.
Great man.
Yeah, Josh done moved on to bigger and better things. Got a big sponsorship with Moody's Tire Service, and now going on the Rolling with the Tide. No, Josh will be back next week. If Josh's not here tonight, he will be back next week. But Preston, always here with us. Clemson, we're going into a big game this week. And had a good week last week. How was your week overall?
Weekend was good. I didn't do a lot. Saturday, just hung out with some family. Went to Docks in Grovetown, watched the second half of the South Carolina game. Yeah, Docks in Grovetown.
Yeah, I
you
go
know.
there a lot. Go ahead.
I enjoyed it. It was a great game. I mean, there were some questionable calls, as everybody can notice. Got to watch Florida State lose again. First time, I think, was it since like 1951, a team in the top 10 is 0-3 to start the season. I mean, it's insane, or whatever the stat was. Kind of got to view a couple other games, but it was a nice, relaxing week. We had a bye week. We gear up for NC State this week. It's hate week all week.
Preston, you got some haters in the chat, and you got some people that's rooting for Clemson. You got somebody that says Clemson
1-2 after the weekend.
And then we got RJ Newsom in the chat.
Ryan Newsom.
Clemson big over NC State this week.
Wolfpack.
Statement game.
They're
game
not
this
be on
Saturday.
our pick'em game, but hey, I probably agree with you there. But anyway, Bryson, here with us tonight. You were hoping, we're going to talk about this a little bit. You were hoping you woke up Sunday morning with the news that Billy Napier will be fired, but hey, lost to Texas A&M, didn't look too hot. How was your week?
Pretty good week. Not surprised with my Gators. Like I said, beginning of the season, 1 to 2 wins. I shouldn't let Coach Hayes
going down.
Hype me up. He used to call me as I do. You need to be. Don't worry, it's okay. No, it's horrible. Billy Napier is definitely going to be getting fired. There's no question about that. Lane Kiffin is supposedly going to be our new head coach.
That's
a lot of talk about him. But yeah, besides that, I'm a go Gators today. I die. It's a $26 million buyout. Our boosters have already raised the money to kick Billy Napier out. So I guess we're just waiting on the college to make the decision. But like I said, the boosters they raised enough money to buy him out, and supposedly, like I said, Lane Kiffin's supposed to be coming over.
Stuart Kitchens is $30 million buyout. Yeah, I just don't see Lane Kiffin leaving, but that's me. I don't see that. Preston, would you see that? I mean,
no, I don't. Okay. I think Clemson's got a better chance of firing Dabo and getting Lane
I could see
in Florida.
Honestly, I could see that more than I could see that. And Bryson, oh my God. Bryson, I don't know. Bryson, what he would do as a Florida fan if they got Dabo Swinney?
Oh, that would be awesome.
As soon as he leaves, the portal will open for Florida players to leave. That's what he says. Anyway, all right. Let's recap a little bit, and then we'll give our picks for week 4. Georgia hanging on to beat Kentucky 13-12. Kentucky got stomped the week before by South Carolina 30-6 or something like that. Bryson, we expect Georgia to roll them. Yeah, you had the over.
I did, man.
In this game.
Thoughts
on the game?
Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting this. I mean, even Kirby said it himself. They just looked over the game. Nobody was really prepared. It should just be a rollover, and I thought the same thing too. But that struggle, very lucky that interception did not count because y'all would have lost the game. But yeah, y'all better get ready. Y'all got a bye week this week. Got Bama next week.
Yeah, there we are.
And man, I really, really thought this was going to be the easiest lock I've ever took in my life. And I apologize.
Yeah, both teams you were talking about the bye week. Both teams, Bama and Georgia, going into a bye week, coming into a big game.
Going to Bama too. Going to Bama.
No excuses. No excuses. Hey, I wouldn't mind going. That'd be a fun game to go to. But yeah, I'll just say, Kentucky, after getting beat down like that, I'm not that surprised. I mean, obviously, I am surprised Georgia couldn't move the ball right there offensively. But hey, they always have letdown spots. They did it against Missouri just a couple years ago. So, and they always have letdown spots. But they came out with a win. So I'm happy with that. As long as they came out with a W, we'll see what happens moving forward. Preston, any thoughts on the game?
The South Carolina game specifically. I thought South Carolina, man, they keep playing better and better than I thought. I mean, they go out there and beat Kentucky pretty convincingly. Then they play LSU, the team that I thought LSU would win that game by probably double digits. And LSU was lucky to escape there with the win. I mean, they got some questionable calls in their favor. Unfortunately, that seems to be a reoccurring theme for a lot of teams around the country. If the game's left up to the refs, they seem to, drop the ball and make the wrong call every single time. It sucks for South Carolina. I think they should have won that game. They definitely played better. That was a good environment. It's pretty rare, and I'm not taking a shot at South Carolina. It's pretty rare to see an environment like that for them throughout the entirety of the game. Usually pretty empty around halftime. So, it was cool to see that stadium, still packed.
I didn't know that game was in Lexington. Did you know that game was in Lexington this past weekend? The LSU in Carolina.
So, Brian, I love your analysis there, but we were actually talking about Georgia Kentucky game. That's the game I was talking about. I mentioned Carolina, but we were talking about the Georgia Kentucky game. That's why I was talking about, Preston. If you had
the Georgia Kentucky game, way out of it.
Yeah. We were so lost. I was like, "Where's he going with this?" Did you see the Georgia Kentucky game at all, though? I mean,
I watched every second of that game. That was fun. I was sitting here. I was laying in bed watching that game on Saturday night.
Any thoughts there?
I was really pulling for Georgia to win that game big because it makes us really look bad. The fact that you guys struggled with a team like Kentucky, but Kentucky again, Kentucky's one of those.
Man, I mean,
it's a matchup thing because it's you on paper wax them all over it. Every team has that one team that when you line up against them, they keep the game close. In theory, you should win it by 21. But yeah, that's just a matchup thing.
I mean, people act like Kentucky's a bad program.
They're not a bad program. And Stoops has had his team play you guys tough the last 3 times you guys have gone to Kentucky. It's just he has a system there to keep the guys close. Every team has a team like that. When we play Syracuse, they keep us close. When Florida plays anybody, they keep it close. And when Georgia plays Kentucky.
If you do join, we are live on YouTube.
If you listen
to the recording, we do have some people here, so I'm going to throw out some comments here. Here we go. Now, there he is, Coach Hayes, always here.
Big plans coming up with Coach Hayes.
We got a couple people saying Georgia by 50, Jason there, and then Josh W. says Donald Trump will be at the Alabama-Georgia game. I did see that. Hopefully, never mind. Yeah, let's just hope and pray. Anyway, all right, Bama rolling Wisconsin's 42-10. What did he say? Does this mean the Gamecocks have a chance of beating Georgia? I don't see that one, but maybe. You never know. Bama rolling, Bryson. I know, I kind of thought Wisconsin's was a little bit overrated. I
agree with you.
Any thoughts on that? I know Ryan Williams continues to do well. The 17-year-old getting in the end zone again.
Quick, man.
Milroe having a good game.
Passing and rushing. This is an easy win for our 5 games we pick. Alabama. I had no second thought that this game was going to be close.
Van Dyke, I don't know how bad. I know he got carted off.
That sucks for him, man. That's tough. Always getting hurt.
Yeah, he wasn't. I didn't think he was great, but hey, it sucks to see him hurt.
Could
Preston,
be the difference.
Preston, any thoughts there?
I didn't get to see a lot of this game. What I did see is, Bama scoring points, looking good. I didn't see the first drive of the game when Tyler Van Dyke went down with a knee injury. I picked it up late first half.
Yeah, I don't think
all the way through the second. Yeah, he got injured, I think, on like the first drive of the game. But I watched from this late first half all the way through the rest of the game when I went to, what is that, Docs?
I gotcha. And, yeah, maybe it was. I know it was early in the game anyway.
He got knocked out on the very first drive of the game, I think.
I apologize. Hey, anybody want to fact check that? We need a fact check in the chat if he got knocked out the first drive of the game. I don't think it was the first drive of the game, but maybe
what drive? When do you think he got knocked out? First quarter?
First quarter. I said the first quarter. You said you were like up and down swearing it was first drive of the game.
I did not say that, but I said first drive. Well, I wasn't like it was first drive.
Well, he definitely was, but okay. Anyway,
all right, please fact check that.
On from that game, let's a couple other things. Preston, you already gave your thoughts here since you were on the wrong game, but LSU beating South Carolina 36-33. I watched pretty much all this game. This was a great game.
It was.
Great game there, Bryson.
Yeah.
Any thoughts there?
Man, if Sellers didn't go down, I think Carolina would have. I think he would have been in difference. Carolina would have won the game, and they finally started, feeding Sanders the ball and feeding the ball. He's going to score, put up numbers. But man,
Lenore Sellers playing well, getting the contacts.
With the contacts, I
run.
don't think he might be done with the contacts. But I will tell you something about Carolina. That defensive line, son, might be one of the best in the country. I mean, they're just so dominant up front, stopping them, on the goal line 3 times in a row. I mean, just getting in the backfield, no problem.
I don't know about best in the country, but
It's pretty damn good.
I know
though.
you're a Carolina fan, but it's all good.
Spurs up.
Josh, hey, you got your teammate. You got somebody backing you up here, Preston. Sorry, and I know he watched every minute of it. It was the first drive, or may have been the second. I think it was the second, but pretty sure it was the first.
Fact check.
So
We need a fact check.
there's a fact. Hey, we need a fact check. Somebody needs a fact check if it was the first. All right. Anyway, but great games there overall. Any other games? We had some big games. We're not going to recap too much. Missouri hanging on to win over Boston College 27-21. And Tennessee,
my God,
continues to dominate. Hey, just continue to dominate. I know they're playing nobody. Don't call ABC for the fact check.
They're eating the dogs.
Oh, but Tennessee just continues to dominate. I know they're not playing nobody. They didn't play nobody. But, hey, they dominated NC State 52-10. Got a big test this week. We'll see.
51-10.
51-10, excuse me. Preston, I know we're going to get into Tennessee, but, do you think they're the best team right now overall?
Best team in the country? No.
If they dominate Oklahoma.
If they dominate Oklahoma, there's definitely a conversation to be had. I think you cannot say with any uncertainty that Georgia and Texas are not the 2 best teams in the country. And I don't even think you can even put an argument of Tennessee being there yet. They could be, but they haven't played anybody yet. I'm not even going to be willing to even, entertain that as a conversation. Texas went in there and convincingly beat Michigan. Georgia mollywopped us in the first game. I need to see Tennessee be able to do something before I announce them, or I don't know, whatever the word is, put them in the top tier. I think they're incredibly talented, and I think they have everything they need to potentially be the top team in the SEC and the top team in the country. But until I see them do that to Oklahoma on this Saturday, I'm not even going to entertain that conversation. It's still Georgia, Texas for me at the top.
Bryson, any thoughts there? Tennessee, I mean, do you think they have a argument yet?
Yeah, they put a strong performance this weekend in Oklahoma. Probably, like Press said, going to be conversation, probably the best team in the nation. That quarterback over there, I ain't going to try to even say his last name. But he is playing some damn football. And I will, granted, they didn't play nobody. It's still that collegiate level. You're putting up 60 points before half.
And they got talent over there, man.
They really do.
Both sides of the ball. But I'm with Preston. I don't think you can argue just yet until they play somebody. I mean, even if they dominate Oklahoma, I think, and I don't want to give my pick out too much already. I think Oklahoma's a little overrated. But hey, we'll see. Say what?
Always is.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we'll see, especially when they Bama comes to them. But Jason says, watch out for Ole Miss. Another great team.
Yep, that's my dark
There's a lot
horse.
of good teams, man.
Dark horse for SEC champion right there.
I mean,
honestly, I'd put Ole Miss and Tennessee. Change the uniforms. They seem very, very similar to me. A lot of offense. They can get the job done on defense. Haven't really played anybody yet. I think they are incredibly talented, and I think they can, make a lot of noise in the postseason, potentially run for a championship. But until I see them play a top-level team, that top is reserved for 2 teams, and that's Georgia and Texas right now.
If you are in the chat, comment who is the best team in the country right now after going into week 4. I would probably, I guess I'd have to go Texas because they have the most impressive win. But hey, we'll see. As much as I don't want to. Bryson, who? I mean,
I hate to say it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably.
I ain't, yeah.
Missouri? You could just say that out loud. Hey, you never know. I mean, hey.
Yeah, I'll tell you who else is looking pretty strong. Granted, they're not really facing nobody yet, but Miami, man, they're looking.
Miami is looking pretty
Miami
good.
looking pretty good.
Florida State. Hey, who was my team I was down on going in? Florida State. Everybody, Florida State and win the SEC. I was the only one that didn't pick them. How do y'all? How
Northern
about it?
Illinois.
Northern
yeah.
Illinois, number one
There we
team in the
go.
country.
Yeah,
there we
NIU,
go.
baby.
They got Buffalo, or they played them last
Ranked
week.
25th.
Then they got Buffalo this week, or
Nebraska.
something like that. No, that's Illinois, not Northern Illinois.
One of the Illinois teams is playing in Nebraska.
Northern Illinois is the one that
Cornhuskers.
beat them all Fighting Irish, and the Fighting Irish put a beating on Purdue, didn't they? Was it Purdue? I don't know. Anyway, player of the week. I'll lead us off here. If I had this guy on DraftKings, probably would have won a lot more money. This Alan Bowman from Oklahoma State, quarterback. He was 18 for 21, 274 yards, and 4 touchdowns in the first half. He finished 24 for 31, 396 yards, and 5 touchdowns overall. They had a lot of receivers you could go with on that team too, but that is my player of the week. Oklahoma State, dominant win. I forgot who they played. God dang, I can't even remember. I'll tell you in a second, but Bryson, player of the week.
Player of the week I was just talking about. I'm going to Miami. Cam Ward, 19 for 28, 346 yards, 5 touchdowns, beating Ball State 62-0. Granted, not really much competition there, but that's putting up some numbers.
Tulsa, that's your Oklahoma State play. So it was. Preston, player of the week.
Yeah, it was really it wasn't like this one huge standout player for me this week. So I went with a team that kind of had to make somewhat of a statement over the first 2 games. I went with Oregon's Dylan Gabriel, kind of put together some offense, kind of resembling the team that we really expected them to be at this point in the season. They beat Oregon State, 49-14. Dylan Gabriel went 20 of 24 for 291 yards and 2 touchdowns, keeping the interceptions off the stat sheet. I think that there's a lot of, growth for that team in the future. And I think, they can be very successful moving forward. They host Ohio State in a couple weeks. But this is definitely a stepping stone that we needed to see from them. The first 2 weeks, they were struggling with Boise State and whoever else, can't think off the top of my head, the first game of the year. But it was nice to be able to see them, kind of show that offensive prowess that we were expecting.
Yeah. You mentioned it. Oregon kind of surprised me. They've been struggling the first few weeks, but they did come out and get a dominant win over a rival. So,
How about a big shout out to Kentucky's kicker, Alex Raynor? Scored all the points for Kentucky: a 55, a 32, a 40, and a 51.
hey, I tell you what,
That kid's got a poop.
I forgot Auburn's kicker on college football 25. I don't know if it was his first year or whatnot. Has 99 kick power and 99 kick accuracy, and he would have made it from 70 when I played the other day. Anyway, that was something. Rant of the week. Well, any other games did we want to talk about? Anybody? I know we had Kansas State dominating Arizona. Well, I think we all most of us picked Kansas State anyway, besides I think the guy over there to the side of us. But yeah, I think everybody else did. Yeah, no other games there we really want to talk about. Rant of the week. Does anybody got a rant before I start?
I know you got one, buddy.
I got 2 of them. So I'm going to start. I'm going back to what I said last week. Dylan Raiola, whatever his name is, comes out and says something. I don't know. Don't quote my exact words.
Fact check.
Yeah, don't somebody fact check exactly what he says. Something about he's not trying to look like Patrick Mahomes, not trying to be Patrick Mahomes. He wears 15 for Tebow. Get the hell out of here. You are shitting me. You are jumping up and down like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that shit, Dylan Raiola, you are my most hated college football player in the nation now. It's not even because you go to Georgia, whatever. It's not because you're getting to go to Georgia. You can't say you're not trying to be like Patrick Mahomes. Stop trying to be like Patrick Mahomes. Be Dylan Raiola. You're a great player, great talent. First of all, own it. Own it. That's what pisses me off the most. Own it. God, I don't even know what to say, but that shit pisses me off like nothing else. Other thing, we had a report come out, Bleacher Report, are a bunch of idiots. Excuse me, I don't want to. Sorry, Bleacher Report, great people. Anyway, they posted, and I gotta look here. The stuff they posting about Arch Manning running faster than Tyreek Hill,
Oh yeah.
that shit pisses me off too. I'm trying to find the dang thing. They 20.7 he ran. Okay. And Tyreek Hill has a 20.3 top speed in 2024, even though he's ran faster than that, way faster than that. Okay, first of all, Arch Manning wasn't even in the top 5, top 10 of speeds for college for the week 3. Lenore Sellers I think he was 21. No, excuse me, 20.8. Why are we posting that? Just to get damn clicks and views. Arch Manning. I mean, come on now. The speed and that stat shouldn't even matter. That stat doesn't even matter. We were talking about that. Me and Will was talking about that the other day. That stat has nothing to do with anything. Arch Manning, great player. He ran fast. He's not that damn fast. Why are we, the mobile quarterback? I'm surprised you're not ranting with me right now. That shit pisses
I agree.
me off.
You're taking out the words out my mouth. I
I
agree with
mean,
you 100%.
why? What is the point of posting that? I mean, there was 10 other people that was faster than Tyreek Hill that week. Fuck does it matter? Excuse me, I'm getting fired up here. Anyway, we got another rant here from in the chat. Shadir Sanders is a loser for not shaking hands with the Colorado State QB. I agree with that one too. I mean, I don't know if y'all have thoughts there. I mean, okay, you talk trash on social media. That happens with everybody. I don't know what he said. I have no idea. No idea what he said. But after the game, man up. You shake his hand. He came over. He owned it. They got beat. Why not just shake the dude's hand and you talking all that trash? You still play at Colorado. You ain't no good. Y'all still only gonna win about 4 games.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you Jesus Christ, Preston?
Yeah, Shannon Sharp taking like a man.
He was laughing.
They'll be down on themselves and don't want to talk about it. I mean, I can't remember the night show him and Chat Ocho Cinco have. It is what it is. He had a good time, and we can all tell he was having a good time. And
I'm just laughing at Preston. Somebody please clip that. Jesus Christ, that was funny. Oh my God.
Shout out Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, close.
My hero.
Anyway, I'm crying. That was the rant of the week. Anybody else know? That shit. Dylan Raiola, Arch Manning. Oh, that makes me so mad. Anyway, let's get into our week 4 games. Josh did send us his picks. Like I said, he'll be back next week, and I'll go over the records here if I got them, unless somebody else wants to. Actually, Brian, do you have them in front of you?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead with the records.
Josh went 4-1 last week, bringing his overall to 11-4. Chris also went 4-1 last week, bringing that overall 9-6. I went 3-2, overall 9-6. Me and Chris tied for second, and bringing up the rear went 2-3. Preston overall 7-8. Looking for a bounce back for the weekend.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Isn't that right?
That's right. And Shannon Sharp knows how to finish.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, if you haven't watched before, we pick 5 games every week. That's what we're doing this week. We got 5 games. We're doing the pick'em zone, so that's our records through the first couple weeks, and we'll get into the games here. We are starting out with, Friday game, 8 p.m. You all right?
Yeah, your brother.
Friday game, 8 p.m., number 24, Illinois, at number 22, Nebraska. Nebraska favored by 8.5 in this game. Preston, make sure you write down the picks. Bryson, we're going to lead off to you. Who you go with in this one?
Tough game. I've been going back and forth for this one. Illinois caught that big win off of Kansas, and then beating
Nebraska's been dominant too.
Yeah, Nebraska's been looking good only because this game's at night at 8:00. I'm going with Nebraska. I know you don't like ravioli,
I gotta
but
write that down.
I see Nebraska maybe winning 10 to 17 points in this game.
God bless America. MVP Patrick Mahomes. I can't stand. There's no way in hell I'm picking Nebraska. I think Nebraska's very good. we got his picks on there. I think Nebraska's very good, but no way in hell. Illinois hasn't been bad. Illinois has been playing well. It's 8.5. I just think
Line has moved to 7.5 too, by the way.
yeah, it's moving towards. I mean, I just think 8.5 is too much. I mean, I could be wrong. I think Nebraska dominated Illinois last year. I'm pretty sure. But I did look, and Illinois has the only thing, and I don't think look ahead, to the next few weeks, but Illinois does have a tough schedule coming up as well. These are big games for them. They have the next few weeks, they have Penn State, then they have hopefully an easy game in Purdue, and they face Michigan, and then they face Oregon. So, hey, that's a tough schedule, but line's a little bit too much for me. I think Nebraska wins, but I think Illinois covers. Preston, who you got?
So you're taking Illinois plus 8.5.
Yeah, Bryson's taking Nebraska. I'm taking Illinois plus 8.5.
I'm gonna go on the winning side here. I'm gonna go Nebraska minus 8.5. I think
Josh,
Patrick
hey
Mahomes.
Josh, hey 1-0, 0-1. Here we go. There we go now.
Yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to lead Nebraska to a victory over Illinois. I think he's going to do it convincingly. I think he's going to get it done, man. So I like Nebraska.
I don't like Patrick Mahomes. I have a Patrick Mahomes jersey. I just can't stand the he didn't own it.
Would you hate him less if, like you said, he owned it? I'm doing this because of.
I mean, would I still like it? Oh, Josh is writing him down. Okay, we're good.
So, Josh, am I just not good enough? Is my handwriting not good enough? I mean, I'm just trying to do a good job over here.
All right, you got him booked. Appreciate it, Josh. No, I would. You're absolutely right. I would still dislike. I mean, I still don't like he's trying to be like Patrick Mahomes, but own it. That's what pisses me off more than anything this week. Own it.
We coming. That's the new week. Own it.
Own it. Anyway. Yeah, okay. So, and Josh went Illinois. Josh took Illinois as well. If I get any of your picks wrong, just let me know, Josh.
There you go, Bryson. 1-0 to start the week.
All right, let's go Saturday, 3:30 game. This was between the Clemson game and this game. This game was a closer spread, and I think this is a better game. Arkansas at Auburn. Auburn favored by 3.5. The college football show Barstool will be at this game in Auburn. Josh is going with Auburn in this game. I'm very surprised as he hates them, but hey, he says, he probably hopes he's wrong on that one. Preston, who you got?
Why does Josh hate Auburn? What's the history behind that? They owe this to me, man. Arkansas sold the last time. They owe this to me. I'm taking them plus 3.5, and I promise you, if they somehow don't cover this game and win outright, however they got to do it,
what are you going to do?
They're out of the United States. They're Arkansas, and they're out of the United States. And we go from 50 to 51.
Yeah, I tell you, what team? There was a team that I said I'm done on after this week.
West Virginia.
Yes, West Virginia. Oh my God, we're going to talk about that when we lock of the week. I'm done with them. I'm not. They're never being my pick'ems again. I'm going with Arkansas as well. Arkansas has impressed me a little bit. I know I don't think they've played me, but they like the quarterback there. I like the team, and I don't think Auburn. All of them did lose to Cal. I mean, Cal's not a bad team, but by any means, I think Auburn can win. But didn't they switch quarterbacks? Didn't they go with the younger guy? I think they're going with the younger guy. If I'm not mistaken, Josh, you might tell me. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a close game. Could be a 3-point game. So I'm going Arkansas. Bryson.
I'm also going Arkansas. Patrick Throne to me is looking very, very shaky in that backfield. And like you said, Arkansas under pretty.
I think they're going different quarterback. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry, Peyton Thorne. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I got the Hogs here. I see them win about 2 touchdowns at least.
I don't see that, but maybe. You never know. Give us your thoughts on that game. That's a close spread. If you got a chat, if you comment, if you're live on YouTube right now, give us your thoughts on that game. Who you got in that one? All right, let's get into the next game. Another great game here, two teams that is well, not that game, but one team that has impressed me, one team that hasn't impressed me. Bryson, we got Saturday 3:30, number 11 is what I got. USC at number 18, Michigan. USC favored by 5.5. Josh is in the chat. Hank something. Yes, they're going with a different quarterback. Yeah, the young guy. Anyway, Michigan has not looked good. Haven't impressed me. Yeah, I hate to say it. I mean, I never thought I would take USC 5.5 over Michigan, but we haven't impressed them. But I am. I'm taking USC, Josh. I'm taking USC here. I think Michigan. I think Michigan's just nowhere near as good as what they were. USC's got some players over there. I like the quarterback over there.
Miller Moss.
Hey, Miller Moss. Bryson, who you going with?
I'm also going with USC. Miller Moss has been pretty impressive to me, and their defense is somewhat okay over there.
I think it's more of a pick against Michigan. Michigan started a new QB this week. I know they were running a 2-quarterback system with the not ukulele. I can't remember the other dude. I didn't like him. There was the other guy. I don't know. Is it a third quarterback? Somebody look that up. See who Michigan's starting at quarterback. But I'm still taking USC. What'd you say, Bryce?
I would say I like Miller Moss and I like Woody Marks. Their running back,
Woody.
and their defense is decent.
Oh, hold on. They're starting Orgy. Is that who they're going with? Oh yeah, USC might win by 3 scores. This dude sucks. I've seen this guy. They can run. This guy that can't throw the ball. I think that's the guy I was talking about. Anyway, yeah. He's not very good if it's the same guy I seen. Josh, you picked USC too, right? I believe. Preston, who you got? Your mic's muted. Muted. Hold on. Yep. Say again. Can't hear you.
I'm gonna go Michigan plus 5.5.
Yeah, just being a jackass now. Okay. I kind of figured once I saw it on mute. You're going Michigan plus 5.5. Okay. The only person to take Michigan there, so you're going to be
Let's
down
go!
another game. Be down another game. Michigan
Get a game
sucks.
with you guys.
Michigan's terrible.
Yeah, I don't think USC's really that good.
Yeah, but Michigan sucks. They only won by 10 points against Arkansas State. Bryson picked USC.
Yeah, and they barely lost to LSU, who beat South Carolina. Are we really saying that either one of these teams are elite? No. I think they're very, they match up pretty well with each other. I think, Michigan gets that home crowd, So I like them at home, plus 5.5.
Okay. Anyway, next game we got fourth game here. The game I was talking about a minute ago. Two good teams here. Saturday, 4 p.m. Number 12, Utah at a team that's impressed me last week. Number 14, Oklahoma State. Utah favored by 2.5. It's a great game here. Close spread. Yes. Preston, we're leading off with you here. Who you got?
Yeah, I like Utah minus 2.5. I think they win this game, outright. I think this is the two of the bigger teams in the Big 12. I think this game could be a potential first of a two-headed matchup between the two of them. But I like Utah to get the job done. Now, I did have a question about that. I did see that there was Cam Rising on this one. He's playing, right?
Supposedly he is going to play, and I think they had a receiver or something out too. They had somebody else out as well, a running back. It was a running back receiver. They're both they're supposed to play.
That's not good.
What?
Just kind of makes me a little worried,
They're supposed to play. So you're on Utah, though, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Utah here.
All right, well, I was going Oklahoma State regardless. Another dub, put another dub in there. Oklahoma State, I think they've looked better than Utah. Utah, the run defense might still be there. I feel like the defense is not as good as it was last year. I haven't fully watched Utah yet, but I don't know. I've watched a little bit, and I just haven't seen it yet. And we'll see what Cam Rising. He's back this week. I think I don't know how much he was hurt last week or whatnot. I know he's questionable going into this game. He's supposed to play. But yeah, I like Oklahoma State. That's the team I've watched most of as far as They got a lot of weapons over there, and they got maybe
Ollie Gordon.
maybe the best running back in the country. If you can run on Utah, hey. But yeah, that's who I'm going with. Bryson.
Yeah, I'm going Oklahoma State too. Like you said, I don't think the defense is the same as it was last year, and Kevin Ryder kind of having a slow start. I do like Dejon Stanley over there at Utah, the wide receiver, but I see Oklahoma State, and like you said, got one of the best running backs in the nation, Ollie Gordon.
Hasn't done much the last couple weeks, but hey, they've shown they can throw the ball when they need to. So.
And I like Oklahoma State in this game.
Gotcha. And Josh, who'd Josh go with? Anybody got it?
Josh went with Oklahoma State as well.
Okay, so Josh went. So Preston, you got two 3-on-1s. You either go catch up this week, or you gonna go behind further. Anyway, let's go to the final game
Yes,
here.
Sir.
Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Number 6 Tennessee at number 15 Oklahoma. Tennessee favored by 7.5. Bryson, who you going with?
I'm going with Tennessee, man. This offense is explosive. And like we talked about earlier, if they put a dominant performance on Oklahoma this weekend, I can see Tennessee being one of the best teams in the nation. They got playmakers on both sides of the ball. Give me Tennessee.
Yeah, I think this is, for me, it's more of a play against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's offensive line, I know, hasn't been good. The quarterback, the stud quarterback, Arnold, is supposed to be, really good. I just hadn't had much time. Tennessee's got one of the best defensive linemen in the country in Pierce. If they can get pressure, force some turnovers, I see that. I think Tennessee covers this game. I got them winning 38-21 is what I wrote down. I don't know, I'm just not a believer. It's more, for me, it's more of a play against Oklahoma. But, Tennessee's been good. Preston.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tennessee here, -7.5. I think they're a far superior team than Oklahoma. I think what Oklahoma has going for them is not going to help them in this game. I think Tennessee's going to use that explosive offense like Bryson was talking about to put a lot of points on the board. I think they're going to distance themselves. I could see this being somewhere around like 41-17 something.
One thing about Oklahoma, their defense has been better this year, though. And more of it's offensive line struggle. RJ Ryan says he's got Tennessee by 14. I can see that.
Like it.
Definitely see that. Josh, you went with Tennessee as well, right?
He did.
So everybody sweeping across the board with Tennessee. I like that. Yeah, great games this week. Some other big. Who's Florida got?
Florida's got Mississippi State, and somehow we're favored 4. Man, I hate to tell you, boys, don't fall for that line. They're playing at Mississippi State. The Cowboys are going to be ringing, or cowbell, sorry. And yeah, I don't like our chances. I would say this would be our second win of the season if we do, and probably our last. But I don't like Florida's chances in this.
Preston, we already know who y'all got. I don't know if you can hear this. Oh, yeah, they're coming, baby. They're coming. They're going to beat them 21
Own
and a
it.
half.
Own it.
Own it.
Yes, sir. So what y'all know about old Wolfpack?
Hey, that's one of the best.
About to get their ass whooped. About to get their ass whooped.
What week do we think FSU will win a game? Yeah, I bet. Honestly, sorry, I just spit everywhere. Honestly, I think Clemson's going to win. It's 21 and a half. I think they're going to cover that. But I don't know. NC State's got to pick it up, though. So I could see this being
sorry.
I could see this being one of the Georgia Clemson game. I mean Georgia Kentucky game where NC State kind of, hey, they know they got to play well this game.
Ron News said, who you think Florida State's going to what week? Hey, they got a Cal.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Florida.
No, they should.
Yeah, they got Cal. Cal beat Auburn.
Cal's not a sleepover. Then they got SMU. Then they got the Tigers over there at Clemson. Then Duke. Then Miami. And then North Carolina. Notre Dame.
Maybe Duke. Maybe Duke.
I'm leaning towards more Duke, to be honest. I think Cal, SMU, and Kitty Cats Clemson can definitely beat them no problem. Then you're going to Miami, man. I mean, that's ooh,
Miami might put up 100 points. They
yeah,
might.
dude.
They might
know,
put up 100.
Last year, Florida State had a pretty decent defensive line, and that's where their strong suit was on defense. And
Gets me is
this year, I mean, I know this is horrible.
I mean, it's not all DJ at all, but what gets me, the dude's got the size, he's got everything, man.
I want you to mark on
It's
your
not
calendar
looking
right now, November 30th. Florida State is going to be the worst game on television.
Oh, shit. It might be on
Mark
True TV.
TV.com.
Brought to you by Comedy Central.
I mean, it's going to be bad. I mean,
we'll still watch it.
Please, can we make that like an 8 o'clock game?
Hey, you can watch
8
that
o'clock
live
game on
CFB.
ESPN.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
my
We'll go live for that game. Anyway, let's get into our locks of the week. Not doing too hot. Did anybody win a lock last week? Preston,
Yeah.
you're the only one.
Yeah.
What game did you pick? You picked the under and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss at Wake.
Gotcha. All right,
Yeah,
so
you got it right.
we got back to back where we went 1-4.
I
One and
won.
three.
I was the only one that won last week.
Yeah, well,
We need to step our game up,
You
boys.
made up for it this week.
Yeah.
Preston, since you won, go ahead and lead us off.
Yeah, so I like a team that they've been playing pretty well. You know, they had I wouldn't call it a scare this past weekend, but they definitely played a team that was a little better, you know, in Boston College. Missouri's playing Vanderbilt this week, and Vanderbilt is an awful team. Missouri can score, and they can stop. The line on this game that I saw was -20. I don't think Missouri's going to have any problem covering that line. I think they cover that with ease. In the
Vanderbilt.
I think they cover the 20 points early in the second quarter of this game. So I like Missouri -20.
This against Vanderbilt, right?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta go look at the picks. Josh says he won 2. He says he won his 2. I don't know. RJ likes Syracuse -8.5. I don't even know who they play. I'd have to look if anybody knows. Bryson, you got one?
I'm going with my gut, and it was between 2. I'm giving Mississippi State +4.
You going against Florida?
Mississippi State +4. It's going to be.
You sure you don't want to pick nothing else? You want to go? You want to watch the game and go against Florida?
You're right.
Don't pick against your team. I'm not letting you do that.
Okay.
I'm objecting. Hey, and I will say this. I think we all should have one veto a year. Like our locks of the week. I'm using my veto.
All right.
That's a veto.
All right. So I guess I'm going with my gut pick. Give me Bowling Green +23 against A&M.
Now, what happens if his original pick was correct, his second one was wrong, and you vetoed it, Chris? And we go
That's
3-1.
fine. I'm
this
gonna look
week.
like a dumbass. I'm not letting him pick against Florida.
Well, you used your veto. So what if he goes against
I'm gonna be honest. Did we see who Mississippi State lost to last week?
No.
Go look. See who they lost somebody very bad.
They lost to Toledo 41-17.
Yeah, they got beat by Toledo. Honestly, I was thinking about picking Florida for my lock of the week this week. I didn't do it. I wrote them down. At one point. I just thought about it. I really did.
Take a money line.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I might. But what do you mean taking money line? Isn't Florida Florida favored?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's all right.
Yeah. I'm trying to get to the picks here. Anyway, I am going, and somebody pull up Josh's while I'm trying to find these games, please.
He went under 57.5 Georgia Tech versus Louisville.
Oh, they got Stanford at home. Okay, he went under. I got to find these picks and do this, but make sure they're all the same. So yeah, good thing you didn't, because Florida is favored by 6 on here. Preston, who'd you go with again?
I went with Missouri -20.
Missouri -20. I'm trying to find them here. Why? Just to make sure all the lines are the same. You said Josh went with the under. The under is 57.5. What did he write?
57.5.
Okay, we got under 57.5. Bryson, who'd you go with?
Bowling Green +23.
Bowling Green. Okay, -20. Okay, I see that one from Missouri. Bowling Green. What time is Bowling Green plus?
7:30.
7:30. Damn it. Who do they play?
A&M.
Okay, I see it. Plus 22.5. Okay. I'm going, huh?
It's moving down.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a game that's on here. Clay sent you my pick. What are you talking about?
It's
Oh, you talking about his? Yeah, you talking about the Shannon Sharp? Yeah. I'm going with the game we mentioned. I'm going with Tennessee minus the 7. 7 on here. So yeah, I'm going Tennessee. Why did you? We started already. Yeah, we started. Text me that.
I veto.
Yeah. So I think we're good. We got a locks a week. So we got Tennessee minus 7.
Under 57.5, Georgia Tech, Louisville.
Under. Yep. Okay. Josh is writing these down. I hope. Preston, you got minus 20 Missouri over Vanderbilt.
I got plus 23 Bowling Green at Texas A&M.
All right, that's our locks of the week. If anybody else has any picks in the chat, yeah. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Saints are doing well. Yeah, NFL wise, but hopefully we're getting a good week. We had Georgia's got a bye week, Bama's got a bye week.
Ooh.
Then we got a matchup. We got a big game. Got some big games coming up. Some really big college football games. We got to find a date. We going to Cherokee. Clay, find a date. We can go to Cherokee. We want to go. Kansas State looks good. Yeah, Kansas State does look good against. They look good against Arizona. I think that line was good too this week.
Stu takes an L of fantasy this week, says Clay Reed.
There's
Damn,
his
here we go,
lock.
here we
Stu
go.
taking an L in fantasy. There, where you at, Stu?
Stu's probably already in bed.
Stu Quavy's, yeah, Stu's asleep. I'm going November 10th. Oh, I think that's what we were talking about. Okay. All right, we'll figure that out. That's what we were talking about. Bryson's birthday or something, but figure out what's going on. Isn't that when you're going to? When's that Florida game you're going
On
to?
my birthday,
Is it November? I don't think.
23rd.
Oh, okay. That's way I can go after.
So we got Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, Florida, Missouri, Carolina, Oregon, Wisconsin,
When?
Nebraska, USC, Utah,
Talking
Colorado.
about that week. Yeah,
Texas,
yeah. I don't care when
Arkansas.
we go. I mean, it'll be.
We're gonna be at that blackjack. We're gonna be at that blackjack table.
Yeah. Anyway, appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, download, follow the podcast on Spotify. Yeah. And maybe try to go live this week for a game. We'll see. We haven't been live. It's just been busy. But Preston, anything else?
Go Tigers.
All right, Josh will be back next week. Appreciate everybody watching, listening. Peace.
Make sure you turn off your Instagram lives.
Yeah. What did Preston do? Oh, God. Appreciate you, Jason. If anybody's
Jason
still in the
Locke,
chat,
Spurs
y'all
up,
say what's
baby.
up. We're
Spurs
still
up.
live. That was just the recording. I end the recording for Spotify. Anything else from the chat? We'll end it here in just a second. Damn, I dropped the phone.
Oh my God.
You out, Preston? Can't hear you. Ooh.
Thank y'all for watching. We went down to 8 to 2 viewers. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I think everybody thought it was over. Yeah. What plans this weekend?
Hunting.
See anything?
Did.
No,
Chris.
didn't shot at anything?
If I did, it'd been illegal.
Or whatever? Bow hunted anything?
On all day. Chris killed the biggest buck on the property.
Oh, he killed something?
Oh yeah, he killed a big boy.
With a
biggest
bow?
buck. Yeah.
Dang, yeah, that is a good deer. That is a real good deer. Man, I don't know. Got to figure it out. We'll figure it out. But all right. Appreciate
Thank y'all for
everybody.
watching.
Be back next week, 8:30, since Josh will be here probably. Preston. See ya. Deuces, everybody.